Lars Phillips here from Avier Wealth Advisors. Wanted to very quickly touch on the 5 things that you're going to walk away from a Microsoft Deferred Compensation Strategy session learning. The first thing that you're going to walk away with is you're going to learn how you can defer a ton of money in taxes. In this example that we're going to look at a Microsoft level 67 employee. You have to be level 67 or above to participate in deferred comp. And this employee is making a base salary of $220,000 and expects a bonus of roughly $75,000. Also has those restricted stock units, those Microsoft grants that vest over the course of the year. In this sort of a scenario, cash flow for this employee is pretty darn good. With that being said, the federal tax burden is approximately, plus or minus, about $143,000. That's a lot of money to pay in taxes. And so by taking advantage of deferred comp, you can defer that tax bill and reduce the tax bill in the upcoming year pretty substantially. What we're looking at right here, the first election that I'm going to look at here is the bonus deferral election. So if we were to defer 100% of our bonus, all of a sudden the taxes that we owe in the subsequent year go from being approximately $143,000, which we can see right here, down closer to $116,000. Then you can also defer part of your bonus, or part of your salary, up to 75%. Let's say that we deferred 10%. We're looking at taxes owed of approximately $109,000. What if we bump this up to 40%? Taxes owed closer to $86,000. What if we wanted to max this out? We're looking at taxes owed of approximately $63,000, or about $80,000 less than we would have owed had we not participated in the deferred compensation program. Now, I'm going to reduce this back to 40% because I think what a lot of people, when they think about deferred comp, they don't participate because they say, well, boy, I don't necessarily think that I can participate and make my cash flow work. And so the second thing that you're going to learn at one of these deferred compensation strategy sessions is how to manage your cash flow. And so much of that cash flow management really is built around the restricted stock units that you receive, those RSUs. If you provide us with your stock grant export, and this is something that you can get from HR Web, looks a lot like this right here, this is simply an example, then we're going to be able to look at those grants as they're paying out over the course of the year, and we can build out a schedule that says, okay, based on the grants that you have coming in, here's how much we expect that you can spend from those grants, because we're always going to encourage the folks that we work with to sell these grants as they vest. When you receive these grants, it's essentially as if you're receiving cash. If you don't sell them, it's as if you've decided to take all of that cash and invest back in Microsoft stock. We're huge proponents of diversification, always going to encourage that sort of diversification. The third thing that you're going to learn is when you can make these deferred compensation elections. So just a very quick hint for you, May of 2020 is when you can make the deferred compensation election for your 2021 bonus. You only have the month of May to make that election. The fourth thing that you're going to learn is how to choose a payout time period for these elections. Essentially, we don't want you receiving all of these grants immediately upon retiring, but we also don't want to stretch it out so far that you're receiving these grants when you have those required minimum distributions that kick in at age 72. And so we'll be able to walk through a payout schedule and at least start to think about when does it make sense to receive these grants. It's obviously going to be different for everybody. And then the last thing that you're going to learn, number 5, is how to integrate these deferred compensation benefits with the other Microsoft benefits available to you as a Microsoft employee. Namely, we think of things like the employee stock purchase program and also the mega backdoor Roth conversion available within the 401k. Both really incredible benefits. Please reach out to us. Use us as a resource. We work with a lot of folks who are Microsoft level 67 or above, and there are some pretty incredible benefits available to you. A deferred compensation strategy session is going to walk you through each of these respective items, and more than anything, you're going to walk away more educated than you were beforehand. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know how we can help. Cheers.